तो गाइस, आज हम इस वीडियो में सीआईएल का मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनी पर्सोनल एंड एचआर का 2022 का पेपर जो कि 7 सितंबर 2022 को हुआ था, उसके हम सवालों को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। सो देयर आर टोटल 200 क्वेश्चंस और हम हर एक क्वेश्चन का जो आंसर है और जो ब्रीफ एक्सप्लेनेशन है उसको हम डिस्कस करेंगे। पूरा सिलेबस 5 कीवर्ड्स में डिवाइडेड है। पहला है क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड यानी कि आपका न्यूमेरिकल एबिलिटी मैथ्स, फिर है आपका जनरल अवेयरनेस, फिर है आपका लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, फिर है इंग्लिश एंड फाइनली आपका डोमेन नॉलेज जो कि है एचआर। ठीक है, हम उसको डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। और इन पेपर्स को डिस्कस करते समय आपको ये भी समझना है कि आखिर सीआईएल ने जो पिछला पेपर किया था उसका डिफिकल्टी लेवल क्या था। ठीक है, हम जो आपको इस पे जो बता सकते हैं वो यही बता सकते हैं कि गाइस, अगर अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि सीआईएल का जो सिलेबस है वो बहुत वास्ट है, जो कि अपने आप में एक सत्य भी है, अगर हम एचआर देखें या बाकी देखें, और मैं इसकी तैयारी के लिए पर्याप्त समय नहीं निकाल पाऊंगा, तो गाइस ये अपने आप में बहुत ही गलत बात हो जाएगी। क्योंकि डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन जो है वो आके आए हुए हैं इस पूरे एग्जाम में। ठीक है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपको जॉब इवेल्युएशन की डेफिनेशन तक भी आती है तो भी आप इस क्वेश्चन को सही करके आ जाओगे। आपके लिए कोई केस स्टडी वहां पे नहीं होगी कि ऐसा हो गया तो क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा। ठीक है, बहुत ही डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन से, डोमेन नॉलेज से, और बाकी पेपर वन के बारे में भी मैं यही कहूंगा। तो बिल्कुल भी ये गलती मत करिएगा कि सिलेबस की वास्टनेस के कारण आप कोई भी चीज को छोड़ दें और उसकी तैयारी करके ना जाए। ठीक है, तो व्हाट वी आर सजेस्टिंग, चूंकि पिछले सालों के कट ऑफ का एनालिसिस भी यही कहता है कि 150 से 160 मार्क्स आपको लाने हैं, यानी कि आपको अपने सिलेबस को 100% कवरेज के माइंडसेट से ही आगे ले जाना होगा। ठीक है, इसके बाद ह्यूमन पेरिटस ने ऑलरेडी जो कोर्सेज हैं उसकी डिटेल्स आपको वेबसाइट पे मिल जाएगी। ये होम पेज है, यहाँ पे आपको कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड के एचआर के पेज पे जाना है। देन यू विल बी लैंडिंग ऑन दिस पेज जहां पे कोर्स की डिटेल्स आपको मिल जाएगी। और हम लोग गाइस, अगर आप हमारे साथ एनरोल्ड हैं तो आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना है, हमने पूरा ही 100% सिलेबस जो है आपको दे दिया है। ठीक है, सो वंस व्हेन यू आर एनरोल्ड विद अस, कुछ हम आपको प्रिंटेड बुक्स भेज देते हैं और उसके साथ साथ हम आपको ह्यूमन पेरिटस का लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम देते हैं जिसके थ्रू आप पढ़ाई करते हैं, जो कि कुछ इस प्रकार का दिखता है। ठीक है, तो जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप लेबर लॉज की पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं तो लेबर लॉज में अगर कोई भी एक एक्ट उठाते हैं तो फैक्ट्रीज एक्ट में आपको 3 चीजें मिलेंगी: क्लास मिलेगी, बुक मिलेगी एंड क्विजेस मिलेगी। और इनके थ्रू स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन आपको करनी है। स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन का क्या मतलब है, उसके लिए हमने कई सारे वीडियोस जो है यहाँ पे डाले हुए हैं, कवरेज और टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, पेपर वन से रिलेटेड। इनको जरूर देख लीजिएगा इन स्ट्रेटेजी वीडियोस को, टू अंडरस्टैंड के कैसे आपको एक एक कीवर्ड के लिए के को लेके पढ़ना है। एक नया चेंज जो अभी रिसेंट डेज में फरवरी के अराउंड 11 फरवरी को आया है, वो है सिलेबस अब थोड़ा सा चेंज हो गया है। यानी कि अब सिलेबस में कुछ और कीवर्ड्स आ गए हैं। अगर हम डोमेन नॉलेज की बात करें या फिर पेपर वन की बात करें, डोमेन नॉलेज में फॉर एग्जांपल आपका आरटीआई एक्ट इंक्लूडेड हो गया है, या फिर आपका लेबर कोड्स इंक्लूडेड हो गया है, या फिर कोल माइंस का जो पीएफ एक्ट 1948 का वो इंक्लूडेड हो गया है। पेपर वन की अगर बात करें तो कोल मार्केटिंग, कोल अवेयरनेस से रिलेटेड टॉपिक्स इंक्लूड हो गए हैं। सीआईएल में ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है, यह सब इंक्लूडेड हो गया है। तो गाइस, इनसे बिल्कुल भी घबराना नहीं है। जो ट्रेडिशनल बाउंड्री है सिलेबस की, सबसे पहले उसको कवर करना है, उसके बाद इन अनकन्वेंशनल टॉपिक्स को उठाना है और इसके लिए आपको पढ़ाई करनी है। यहां पर भी आपको यह समझना है, जो सबसे बड़ा डर लेबर कोड्स के लिए क्या आ रखा है कि आप लेबर कोड्स की पढ़ाई कर ही नहीं सकते अगर आपने पुराने लेबर लॉज को अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा है। तो डू नॉट कंफ्यूज योर सेल्फ कि आखिर क्या करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए। यहां पे जो हमने वीडियो दिए हैं उनको जरूर आप एक बार देख लेना। ह्यूमन पेरिटस के साथ अगर आप एनरोल हैं तो आपको किसी भी प्रकार की कोई चिंता नहीं करनी है। हम ऑलरेडी कई सारी चीजों को इंक्लूड कर चुके हैं जो आपको पढ़नी है। इसके साथ साथ और भी चीजें जो है, जो नए सिलेबस के हिसाब से हमें चेंज करनी है, वो हम लेके आने वाले हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल कोल इंडिया की जो अवेयरनेस है, इसको लेके पेपर वन में जो सवाल है वो हमने ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे उसके लिए किताब को स्टूडेंट्स के लिए इंक्लूड कर दिया है। ठीक है, यहाँ पे राइट में टेबल ऑफ कंटेंट है, या फिर अगर मैं सीआईएल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन देखूं तो वो भी यहाँ पे इंक्लूडेड हो गया है पूरा। देन रिसेंट अपडेट से रिलेटेड भी आपको यहाँ पे पेज देखने को मिलेगा कि आखिर क्या क्या नई नई चेंजेस जो हैं वो सीआईएल के लिए आ रहे हैं। एंड सिमिलरली व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, वी आर आल्सो गोइंग टू डू दिस फॉर द डोमेन नॉलेज। ठीक है, तो गाइस, अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है अगर आप श्योर स्लॉट सिलेक्शन देख रहे हैं, एनरोल विद ह्यूमन पेरिटस एंड अचीव योर ड्रीम। आइए इसी के साथ एक एक सवालों को शुरू करते हैं और एक एक सवालों को हम देखते चले।
Okay, so let's go through the first question. The first term of GP is 10, fourth term is minus 270. What is sum of first seven terms? So nth term of a GP is given by ARn minus 1, and sum of n terms is given by A1 minus R raised to power n divided by 1 by R. Okay. So this A is given to us. So 10 into R raised to power, because fourth term is 2 minus 270 is equal to minus 270. So R will come out to be minus 3. So, and then we'll put this R over here, and A anyway we know is 10, and we can find out the sum of first seven terms, which will be 10 into 1 minus minus 3 raised to power 7 divided by 1 minus minus 3, and this will come out to be 5470. Correct answer is option 5470, option A. Next one, Mr. Cole gave his wife 60% of money, distributed 90% of remaining equally among three sons, half of whatever was remaining on miscellaneous, and remaining was 3000. So suppose he has rupees 100 initially. So he gave 60 to wife, so remaining was 40, and out of this 40, 90% was given to son, so 36 given to son, three sons, remaining what will be rupees 4 only. Out of this 4, half spent on miscellaneous and remaining is half only. So out of 100, now he has rupees 2 with him. If this 2 is equal to rupees 3000, it means 2, if you want to come at original amount, so 2 into 100 will be what? Sorry, 2 into what will be 100? 50 times. So 3000 into 50 times, correct answer is 1,50,000, which is option D. Third one. So we have to find a cube plus b cube. So a cube plus b cube is what? A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. Okay. So now we know what is a plus b, which is 7. We know what is ab, which is 45 by 2. What we do not know is what is a square plus b square. So let's try to find it separately. So we can find out a square plus b square how? So a square plus b square is nothing but a plus b whole square minus 2ab. And now we know that this a plus b is 7, 2ab is 45 by 4. So from this I can find out that my a square plus b square will be equal to 26.5. Now we can solve everything. Correct answer is option A. Next one, Rosni traveled for X hours at 72 km per hour, Y hours at 87 km per hour. If average speed is 82, what is ratio of X by Y? So average speed is given by total distance traveled into total time taken. So distance traveled by Roshni will be 72 into X. Distance traveled by again Roshni only will be 87 into Y, and total time taken will be what? X plus Y hours. We have to find X by Y. So what you can do is you can divide everything by y. So but you can also write k is equal to x plus y. So now you can rewrite this equation as 82 equal to 72 into k plus 87 divided by k plus 1. So and then simplify for k, and k will come out to be 1 by 2, which is nothing but your x by y. Correct answer is option C. Next one. Average score obtained by grades of 6th, 7th and 8th are 45, 54, 48, while average score of all three is 49.5. There are 200 students grade 6 to 15 grades. So we just have to find the average, guys. So total average is 49.5, which is equal to 200 students of class grade with average of 45 plus 250 of grade 7 with average of 54 plus number of students in grade A, we do not know. Let it be X with the average of 48. Divide by how many students will be there? 200 plus 250 plus X. Simplify this. X will come out to be 150. Correct answer is option D. Next one. So we are given x plus 1 by x. We have to find what is x square plus 1 by x square. So just square this. So x plus 1 by x is minus 4. So x plus 1 by x square will be minus 4 square. So x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 will be 16. And now x square plus 1 by x square will be 16 minus 2, 14. Correct answer is option A. Seventh, the first term of arithmetic series is 29, 15th term is 64. So guys, for AP, nth term is given by A into n minus 1 into D. So first term is 29 and 15th term is 64. So if 29 is the first term, then 29 plus it is 15th term. So 15 minus 1 D we have to find out is equal to 64. And so D you can find out from this will be 5 by 2, which is 2.5. Correct answer is option A. A sum of money invested at a given rate of simple interest per year will be 33258 in 5 years and 38991 in 3 years. Okay. So what will be the simple interest for 3 years? So just subtract them. So 38991 minus 33285, which will be equal to 5706. So this is a simple interest for 3 years. So what is simple interest for 1 year? Just divide this by 3. 5706 divided by 3, it will be 1902. Okay. And now what will be simple interest for 5 years? Multiply this by 5. Multiply this by 5 and this comes out to be 95110. So now we know simple interest for 5 years, which is what? 9510. We know that after 5 years this amount becomes 33285. So from these two we can find what? We can find the principal amount, because principal amount will be what? Final amount minus simple interest. So 33285 minus 9510 will give us the principal amount, which will be 23775. We have to find the rate of interest. Okay, now we know that for 5 years, principal amount is this, interest is this, and yeah, and now we can straight away find the we can straight away find the rate of interest. You can do it for 5 years. You can also do it for 1 year. Okay, it's up to you. So maybe if I do it for 1 year, then my principal is 23775, and my rate I have to calculate. Time is 1 year divided by 100. It should be equal to interest of 1 year, which is 1902. This will give my rate of interest to be 8%. So correct answer is option C. A 15% sugar solution is mixed with 35% sugar solution in the ratio of 3 by 2. Very simple question, guys. You have to find out the final percentage of sugar. So 15 into 3 plus 35 into 2 divide by 3 plus 2. So this will be 23%, which is option C. A sum of money is invested at 10% rate and grows to 5, 6, 8, 7 compounded annually. So compound interest, your amount is P into A1 plus R by 100 raised to power time. You have to just put up values. 5, 6, 8, 7 is equal to P into 1 plus 10 by 100 and raised to power 2. Calculate your P, which will come out to be 4700, which is option D. Next one. The MRP of a product is 80% above manufacturing cost. Product is sold through a retailer who gives 20% discount on MRP to final buyer, still earns a profit 28%. What is the profit percent? So guys, what is happening? So there is a manufacturer. He sells it to a retailer and retailer is selling to the customer. Okay. So let us suppose that now my manufacturing cost is what? Maybe rupees 100. So MRP is what? 80% above this. So MRP will be 180. On this discount is given what? 20%. So selling price will be 180 into 0.80. Why? Because 20% discount. So it is 144. At by selling even at 1144, still there is a profit of 28 percentage. So what will be the cost price? So the cost price will be 144 divided by 1.28. Okay, and this becomes 112.5. So now you can see that on the initial amount of manufacturing cost was 100, and the cost price for the retailer was 11205. So this is nothing but 100 to 112.5 is the profit of manufacturer, and so correct answer is option B. Area of a plot is given. What is the perimeter? So guys, if it's a area, just do its under root. You will find the side, which is 12.5. You want to find its perimeter, multiply this by 450. So the most simplest question in the entire paper. Okay, let's come to now 13th question. For a charity dinner, each person in the group contributed as many rupees as number of people, which is the following could not have been amount. Just find out which is not a perfect square. So this 10101 is not a perfect square. Rest all of them are perfect square. Therefore, correct answer is option B. Uh, Susan incurred a loss of 12% by selling for 418. Okay. So sold for 418. Still a loss of 12% means the cost price will be 418 divided by 0.88. Why 0.88? Because 12% loss is there. So the cost price comes out to be 475. Now, at what price should it be sold? If we have to make a profit of 16%, so multiply 475 by 1.16 and your answer will come out to be 551, which is option C. Okay, 15th. 60% of our students are boys, 75 boys have been chosen for cricket. If 130 boys have chosen cricket for cricket. Okay, so let us assume that originally there were 100 students. So how many boys? Boys will be 60%. So 60 boys and 40 girls. Out of 60 boys, 75% are choosing cricket. So 75 of 60 is what? 45. So 45 are choosing cricket. So if 45 is choosing cricket, then total is 100. If 135 are choosing cricket, which is 3 times of 45, so this will also be 3 times of this, which will be 300. Correct answer is option C. 16th, A and B work together in a certain number of days. If A works alone, she will take 24 more days than do it works together. If B works together, she will take 30 days and A. Okay, guys. So if A does in, A and B does in X days. Okay. If we start with this, then A alone will do in how many days? X plus 24 days. Okay, and B alone in how many days? X plus 24 plus 30, which is X plus 54 days. Now we know that in how much time A plus B will do, in how much time A alone will do, in how much time B alone will do. So 1 by X will be equal to 1 over X plus 24 plus 1 over X plus 54, and your X will come out to be 36. Correct answer is option C. Next one. The first two terms of AP are 104 and 98. How many terms have positive values? Okay, slightly tricky, but no worries. So first term is my what? 104. And my second term is what? 98. It means common difference will be 98 minus 104, which is minus 6. Okay. How many values are positive? So any term of AP is given by A plus n minus 1 into D, and we want this value to be positive. So let's start putting values and see what happens. So 104 plus n minus 1 into minus 6 is positive. So once you will simplify this, 110 minus 6n has to be greater than 0, or you can say that n has to be less than 18.33. It means the maximum value of n can be 18 only. So there can be 18. Considering the time, I think in exams you would not have done it. Anyway, so 18th question. An item was sold for rupees 180 after two successive discount of 25%. What is the marked price? So if my marked price was X After one discount, it will be x into 0.75y because 25% discount. After second discount, again multiply by this, and this is equal to 180. Simplify this and x will come out to be 320. Correct answer is option C. 19th. Again, guys, this is also with the same idea, which a simple interest and compound, the simple interest which we did some time back. So simple interest for 3 years, I can calculate by subtracting this from this, and this will come out to be 5094. Simple interest for 1 year will be, just divide this by 3, and this comes out to be 1698. Now, what is simple interest for 5 years? Again, multiply this by 5. By the way, remember, you cannot go this way if you are doing compound interest questions. It is applicable only for simple interest. So, principal will be amount minus simple interest for 5 years. So 5-year amount is 29715, and 5-year simple interest is 8490. Correct answer is 21225, which is your option A. Okay, next is 20th question. From this area is cut off. What is the remaining area? So remaining area will be 125 square minus 44 square. This comes out to be 13689. So what is length of this square? Just make it under root 117. Correct answer is option D. A pole of height 12 meter high will give us shadow of 4 under root 3. So height of pole is 12 and this is 4 root 3. We have to find angle of elevation, which is theta. So tangent theta will be 12 by 4 root 3, which is equal to root 3. So if tan theta is root 3, theta will be equal to 60 degrees. Correct answer is option. Sorry, theta is equal to how much, guys? Uh, Tan theta is, I think this should be 60 degree. Again, we need to check it. Okay, next one. Uh, a sum of money 900 is divided between Shriram and Tirath in ratio 5:1. So 900 rupees, Shriram and Tirath in the ratio 5:7. So Shriram will get 375 and this will get 5:5. After which Shriram gets some more money, which is X, and this ratio now becomes how much? 17/21. So guys, solve for X and it will come out to be 50. Correct answer is option C. Okay, so third last question, and a ship sailing in a sea sports a lighthouse. So this is the height and this is the distance. So what is given to us? That distance of top of lighthouse from the ship is 150. So distance of top of lighthouse. So this is 150, and this angle is what? This angle is 30 degree. We have to find height of lighthouse. Let it be x. So x by 150 will be sine 30, which is equal to 1 by 2. So x will be 75, which is my option C. 24, we have to find out a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. So there's a formula which we should be knowing. This equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab plus bc plus ca. Okay. So what all do we have? We have a plus b. Yes, we have this a plus b equal to 10. We also have a square plus b square plus c square, which is equal to 38. What we do not have is this. So to find this, we need to calculate something else. So a plus b plus c square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 into ab plus bc plus ca. So now in this case, I have got a plus b. Yes, 10. A square plus b square plus square, yes, 38. So therefore I'll be able to find out this a plus ab plus ab plus bc plus ca. So whatever you'll find, put this value over here and then you'll be able to solve it. Correct answer will be option 70. Let's come to last question from numerical aptitude portion. So we are mixing orange and apple juice. So this is orange and this is apple. Okay. So initially we have 200 orange and 0 apple. After first step, 25% of orange is taken out. So after, you can say, first step, 25% of orange is taken out. So it means 50 is taken out. So 20, 200 minus 50, remaining orange is 150, and this is replaced with apple. So 50 will come in apple. So this was after first step. After second step, 20% of existing was taken out. So 150 was orange, 20% of this will be taken out. It means 30 of orange will be taken out. Orange will be 120. And out of this 50 also, it's 20% will be taken out. So 50 minus 10. But then this total 30 plus 10, 40 is added as apple. So this becomes 80. Now after third step, what will happen? Third step, let us see. Again, 20% is taken out. So 20% of 120 is 24. So 120 minus 24, 96 orange is left. In this case, 20% of 80 is taken out, which will be what, 16. So 80 minus 16 and 40 is added. So this will be 104. And now we have got how much orange we have? Orange is 96 and apple is 104. And this ratio will be what? 12 by 13, and therefore correct answer will be option A. So guys, we are done with all questions from the portion of quantitative aptitude.
सो गाइस, क्वेश्चन क्या कहता है? बहामास विच कंसिस्ट ऑफ 700 आइलैंड्स इज लोकेटेड इन। तो ज्योग्राफी से ये क्वेश्चन है और बहामास की लोकेशन के बारे में पूछता है। आपके सामने वर्ल्ड मैप है। तो गाइस, जो आपका यूएस है और जो जो आपका नॉर्थ अमेरिका और साउथ अमेरिका कॉन्टिनेंट्स है, उसके लेफ्ट साइड है आपका पैसिफिक ओशन और उसके राइट साइड है अटलांटिक ओशन। ठीक है, ये देखिए यूरोप और यूएस के बीच में ऐसा एक एस सा बनता है ये। ठीक है, और बहामास जो है वो आपका इस तरफ है। तो द करेक्ट आंसर इज अटलांटिक ओशन। Which among the following state was the top recipient of FDI equity inflows? ठीक है, अब ये ईयर जो है वो 2020-21 का है, क्योंकि ये पेपर 2022 का है। तो एफडीआई इक्विटी इनफ्लोस क्या होता है कि बेसिकली जो बाहर से इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट हुए हैं किसी भी पर्टिकुलर स्टेट में, उसके डेटा की बात पूछता है। ठीक है, इक्विटी इन्वेस्टमेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ एफडीआई, और करेक्ट आंसर है इसका गुजरात। ठीक है, ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर। At which of the following places did the Chhatrapati Shivaji, along with his son, slip in disguise from Aurangzeb house arrest? तो ये 17th सेंचुरी की का किस्सा है और आगरा में जो है हाउस अरेस्ट पे थे वो, और अपने सन की मदद से वो वहां से भागे। ठीक है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, इन जनवरी 2022 which of the following nations completed a successful flight test of Aero 3 which is an anti ballistic missile? ठीक है, which is designed to intercept ballistic missile outside of the earth atmosphere। ठीक है, तो ये जो एरो 3 है, एक्चुअली एंटी बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल में जो आज हमारे पूरे ग्लोब में जो सुप्रीम कंट्री है, आपने रिसेंट टाइम में देखा भी होगा, वो है आपका इजराइल। ठीक है, एरो 3 की बात करें या आयरन डोम की बात करें, दीज आर एंटी बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल्स विच इंटरसेप्ट बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल्स। बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल्स क्या होती हैं? जो फ्री फॉल ट्रेजेक्ट्री में अब टारगेट पे अटैक होती है, एटमॉस्फेयर के बाहर जाती है, उसके बाद फ्री फॉल ट्रेजेक्ट्री उनकी होती है। तो सी इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट है, हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज द चेयर ऑफ द यूएन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल टेररिज्म कमिटी फॉर 2022? तो जाहिर सी बात है, अगर कोई यूएन की बॉडी है और उसमें कोई अपॉइंटमेंट के बारे में पूछा है तो यूजुअली इंडियन ही होगा वो, और वैसे तो यहाँ सारे ही इंडियंस हैं। टीएस तिरुमति इज द राइट आंसर। ठीक है, थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चंस के नेचर को आपको देखना है कि क्वेश्चन अगर पूछ रहे हैं तो करंट इवेंट से भी है, साथ में जीके से भी है। जब हम जीके या जनरल अवेयरनेस में जाते हैं तो वहाँ ज्योग्राफी भी है, इंडियन पॉलिटी भी है। कुछ हमने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले एक और सवाल देखा था, फॉरगॉट द, हाँ, इकोनॉमी से भी है क्वेश्चन है। तो अगेन थोड़ा सा आपको ये भी देखना है कि कितने वेरिड टॉपिक से क्वेश्चन आए हैं। इसके अलावा आप ये भी देखिए कि कितने डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस हैं ये। ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं। As of November 2021, the maximum cash donation Indian political parties can receive from an individual is rupees 2000 as limited by the ECI. So D is the right answer. In which of the following state is the पोबितोरा वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी लोकेटेड? जो हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जो मित्र हैं वो इस सवाल को बिल्कुल गलत नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि सही आंसर है हमारा आसाम। और पोबितोरा वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी फेमस फॉर वन हॉर्न राइनोसोरस। ठीक है, ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर। तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं। इट सेज मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री एज ऑफ सितंबर 2021, इंडिया की वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमी में जो हम जो रैंक करते हैं, इंडिया किस रैंक पे आता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ नॉमिनल जीडीपी? तो करेक्ट आंसर है गाइस इसका फिफ्थ लार्जेस्ट। ठीक है, नॉमिनल जीडीपी और रियल जीडीपी, आई होप इसका आपको फर्क पता होगा। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, जीडीपी इज नथिंग बट द टोटल आउटपुट ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज दैट हैज बीन क्रिएटेड इन अ कंट्री। ठीक है, इफ इट इज एडजस्टेड विद द फैक्टर ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन, जिसे किसी बेस ईयर पे निकालेंगे तो उसको हम कह देंगे रियल जीडीपी। अगर करंट मार्केट प्राइसेस पे निकालेंगे जिसमें इन्फ्लेशन जो है इंक्लूडेड है, तो उसको हम कहेंगे नॉमिनल जीडीपी। तो पोजीशन इज फिफ्थ लार्जेस्ट। नेक्स्ट है सस्पेंशन ऑफ नॉन कॉपरेशन मूवमेंट लेड टू अ स्प्लिट विद इन कांग्रेस इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेशंस ऑफ द कांग्रेस। तो ये जो स्प्लिट आया था जिसके बाद स्वराज पार्टी बनी थी बाय मोतीलाल नेहरू, ये आया था आपका गया सेशन में, जो कि बिहार में है, इन दिसंबर 2022। As of April 2022, the total number of fundamental duties provided in the constitution। ठीक है, तो भाई फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज जो थी, पहली बात तो वो खुद 47 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट के बाद ऐड हुई थी, और उस टाइम पे 10 ड्यूटीज ऐड हुई थी, जिसमें एक की बढ़ोतरी हुई थी 2002 में, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट 2002 के बाद। ठीक है, तो आंसर है आपका 11। इन जनवरी 2022 नेवल एक्सरसाइज, जो कि डिफेंस एक्सरसाइजेस होती हैं जो आपको पढ़नी होती हैं, चिरू 2022 इन द गल्फ ऑफ ओमान वाज कंडक्टेड बाय द नेवीज ऑफ रशिया, चाइना एंड ईरान। सी इज द राइट आंसर। हु वाज द फर्स्ट वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया? एस राधाकृष्णन, eminent scholar of our country. Which research station was established by India in Antarctica in the year 1983-84? तो that was दक्षिण गंगोत्री। ठीक है, दक्षिण गंगोत्री, ये नाम आप लोगों को याद भी होगा। ठीक है, काफी कैची नाम है। सो बी इज द राइट आंसर। विद विच म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट इज द म्यूजिशियन कृष्णा राम चौधरी एसोसिएटेड? तो कृष्णा राम चौधरी इज एसोसिएटेड विद शहनाई। डी इज द राइट आंसर। The vascular tissue for transport of water and nutrients in the plant is called xylem। ठीक है, ये नाम मैंने 7th 8th में पढ़ा था, आज भी मुझे याद है। ठीक है, xylem is the tissue, vascular tissue in the plants। Next, with which folk painting form is the renowned artist Bio Devi is associated? So she has been associated with the Madhubani art। ठीक है, गूगल करिए, बहुत ही अच्छी पेंटिंग्स है। एज ऑफ जनवरी 2022 वेयर इज द हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ बीसीसीआई? तो बीसीसीआई का हेडक्वार्टर कहां पर है? मुंबई। Who among the following won the Olympic gold medal in the man single tennis at the Tokyo Olympic Games in 2021? तो जर्मनी के अलेक्जेंडर ज़्वारेव ने यह जीता था, एंड द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट हैज बीन वन बाय द जर्मनी। ठीक है, हाँ आगे बढ़ते हैं। Which among the following was the first Indian satellite named after a famous Indian astronomer? कौन था, किसके नाम पे जो फर्स्ट इंडियन सैटेलाइट जिसे 1975 में सोवियत सोवियत रॉकेट ने लॉन्च किया था? इट वाज आर्यभट्ट। ठीक है, सी इज द राइट आंसर। व्हाट डस HTTPS स्टैंड्स फॉर? तो जैसा कि आपको नाम बता रहा है, हाइपर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर, तो ये क्या चीज होती है? वैसे तो इसका आंसर ए है। ये क्या चीज होती है कि ये जब डेटा ट्रांसफर होता है इंटरनेट के थ्रू, उसकी बात करता है। तो जब हम वेब ब्राउजर से वेब सर्वर में डेटा ट्रांसफर करते हैं, तो उसको एनक्रिप्टेड करने का जो तरीका है ताकि वो वल्नरेबल ना हो जाए, उसको कहते हैं एच हाइपर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल सिक्योर। ए इज द राइट आंसर। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर्टिकल्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया डील्स विद द प्रमोशन ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज? तो 97th अमेंडमेंट हुआ, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट 2011 में, जिसके बाद प्रमोशन ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी DPSP बना दिया गया और आर्टिकल 43B को इंसर्ट कर दिया गया। ठीक है, वेयर इज द ICAR, इंडियन काउंसिल ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर रिसर्च सेंट्रल सिट्रस रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट इज लोकेटेड? द करेक्ट आंसर इज नागपुर। As of January 2022, what is the rate of premium on the sum insured in the case of Rabi food and oil seeds crop under प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना? 2016 में फसल बीमा यानी क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस की स्कीम लॉन्च करी गई, और जो राबी क्रॉप्स हैं या फिर जो खरीफ क्रॉप्स हैं, उस पर मैक्सिमम प्रीमियम डिसाइड किया गया। तो जो खरीफ क्रॉप्स थी इट इज ऑन 2%, राबी क्रॉप्स पे कितना था? 1.5%, और हॉर्टिकल्चर पे कितना था? 5%। ठीक है, तो बी इज द राइट आंसर। In which year were the regional rural banks started in India? 1975। रीजनल रूरल बैंक, जैसा कि नाम बता रहा है, विलेज के लिए लास्ट माइल बैंक्स के लिए है, और इट इज मैनेज्ड बाय नाबार्ड एज ऑफ नाउ। ठीक है। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर द प्रोग्राम दैट आर फ्री फॉर टेम्पररी यूज एट होम। तो ये क्या है, ये शेयर वेयर होते हैं जिसमें 7 डे फ्री ट्रायल और पता नहीं क्या क्या होता है, जिसमें सॉफ्टवेयर का जो यूटिलिटी है वो आप फ्रीली एक्सेस करते हैं, एंड देन फाइनली जब आप एक्सेस करते हैं तो उसके बाद उसका चार्ज होता
So hello everyone. Let's start with the first question. Select the option to complete the sentence most logically and appropriately. So यहाँ हमें एक sentence दिया है, उसे हमें complete करना है with the most logical option. Option A, her teacher has asked her to write several questions again. Option B, her mother is busy upstairs. C, she wants a new cardigan. D, she has spent all her money. So here option A is the correct answer. Okay. Next. Select the sentence that is grammatically correct and meaningful. So grammatically correct कब होगा? जब उसका word order सही होगा. And word order, how to define? Subject plus verb plus object plus time. So in this question, option C is the right answer. Fill in the blank with the most appropriate phrase. As she didn't know the meaning of a word, she dashed in the dictionary. So उसको word का meaning पता नहीं था and she searched the meaning in the dictionary. So the right answer is option C, looked it up. So यहाँ हमें elegant का synonym बताना है. So what is synonym? Synonym means when two words have the same meaning. So the right answer is graceful. Elegant means stylish or refined or graceful. So the right answer is option A, graceful. Select the most appropriate option to fill in the blank. The director has great confidence that she is actress and they have also proved it. Here the right answer is in. The director has great confidence in his actors. यहाँ हमें crave का synonym बताना है. Crave means something that you long for or desire for something. So here the appropriate synonym for crave is option B, desire. Given below a four jumbled part of a sentence, select the option that gives the correct order. So how to determine the correct order? First, subject, who or what the sentence is about. Here the sentence is about thousands of senior citizens. Next, follow with any action. Like senior citizens ने क्या किया? They got vaccine. Third, add any clarifying details. So they got vaccines, like why or how. So they got vaccines against COVID-19. And last, finish with time. So they got vaccine on Monday. So the right answer is D. Thousands of senior citizens across Delhi got a vaccine booster shot against COVID-19 in the drive that began on Monday. Select the most appropriate meaning of the given idiom. Lifts one's spirit. So what is idiom? Idiom is a phrase that actual meaning is different and the word's individual meaning is different. So to lift one's spirit means to make someone feel joyful or happy. So option C is the right answer, to make one feel happier. Identify the segment in the sentence which contains a grammatical error. If there is no error, select no error. Once a popular source of entertainment, circus is now struggling to keep oneself afloat. We can see And the sentence circus is a singular form. So with singular form, oneself nahi hoga. It should be itself. So the wrong segment is B, to keep oneself afloat. A group of people who have the same job or interest. Immunity, community, amenity, fraternity. So the right answer is fraternity. Fraternity means fraternity refers to a group of professionals or a social group. So fraternity. So यहाँ हमें buoyant का antonym बताना है. So what antonym? Antonym means word having different meanings. So buoyant means someone who is carefree or who is happy. तो इसका opposite हुआ option C, depressed. So now let's come to the next question. Select the option to complete the sentence most logically and appropriately. The electricity was cut off last night as A, there was an explosion at a power station. B, the call was cut suddenly. C, we shall all have to cut down our expenses. D, the politicians was very angry at the meeting. So here option A is the right answer. It gives the reason why the electricity was cut off last night. And this question, we have to give the antonym of George. George means to eat a lot. So its opposite meaning as starve. Identify the segment in the sentence which contains a grammatical error. So a sentence में एक segment ऐसा है जिसमें grammatical error है. I think he must have made a mistake in some way or other. And somehow. So the right answer is A in somewhere. The right answer should be in some way. Option 1. Or we can also say in one way or another. So now let's come to the next question. Given below are 4 jumbled sentences. Select the option that gives the correct order. In this question, option C is the right answer. It follows the word order. Select the appropriate option to fill in the blank. The dash Scandinavian countries in the next vacation. Here, the next vacation denotes a future event. Future. And also, the sentence is in future continuous tense. So the right answer will be they will be visiting Scandinavian countries in the next vacation. Select the wrongly spelled word. Legged. Here, option B is the right answer. Legged. Legged. It means someone who is very slow or always falls behind. So here, option B is the right answer. Select the sentence that is grammatically correct and meaningful. We can see option B is the right answer. This is the most logical option, and it also follows the word order. So option B. Find the most appropriate word for a given group of words. A person who doesn't have a settled home and lives a wandering life. Here, option D is the right answer. Vagabond are the people who lives a very nomadic life. So option D. Select the wrongly spelled word. Devastate. We can clearly see option A is the right answer. Devastate. It means to destroy something or a severe damage. Let's come into the passage. This passage is based on the production of cocoa in Ecuador, and also it includes the history, the rise in demand, etc. So let's come into the question. Ecuador is known for the production of best flavored cocoa beans. ठीक है. Now let's come to the next question. Which statement is not true according to the passage? Ecuador lost its top position as cocoa producer because of plant disease and more cultivation in Africa and Asia. In the early 1900s, Ecuador was no longer the top producer of cocoa. The chocolatiers who look for best flavored cocoa beans prefer to go to the Ecuador. The main export of Ecuador is fine cocoa. So here option D is the right answer. Now let's come to the last question. According to the archaeologist, where did the cocoa plant originate? So the cocoa plant originated in Ecuador. A recent archaeological study suggests that Ecuador may have been the original home of cocoa. Thank you.
Okay, let's see the next question. According to the question, the order is finance, customer data, operations, campaign, employee data. And this goes decreasing with B, C, D, and A. Now, according to the question, option D, which is employee data files are in box D, which is untrue because box D is campaign files. So the correct answer is option D. Now, next question, we have to identify which one is different. Here the pattern is plus 6 minus 20 plus 6, then it's 20 minus 20 plus 6, but in option C the pattern changes to plus 3 plus 6 and minus 20. Here the pattern remains same, 6 6 and minus 20. So option C is the odd one out with plus 3 in the pattern. Now let's see question number 3. This is a blood relations question. Now, let's see this part of the question. The husband of my son's paternal grandmother, which means the man's mother, and the husband, therefore, is the man's father. Hence, her brother's father will be the lady's. Okay. Let's see question number 3 again. Son's paternal grandmother is the man's mother, and the husband will be hence the father of the man. Her brother's father, meaning the lady is the man's sister. This will imply that the lady is man's sister. So option B, which is the relation of brother and sister, is correct. Let's see the next question. We have assumptions here. So according to the statement, the company assumes that everyone wants glowing skin. People will be attracted to glowing skin. And the company also assumes that people will prefer that the products that are made of natural ingredients. So option D, that is both assumptions 1 and 2 are implicit, is the correct answer. Next, according to this question, when we see the eligibility, the answer is not selected because let's see here, have at least 3 years of experience in investigative journalism. If we see the question, she has only 2 years of experience as an investigative journalist. Moreover, here let's see, has secured more than 85% marks in the selection interview, whereas she got 85% marks in the selection interview, should have been more than 85%. Hence, the answer is option A, which is she will remain not selected. All right. Let's see the next question. Next question is there are two positions shown of the same die or the same dice, sorry. So we are asked what number must be on the opposite side or opposite face of 4. Let's see a very simplistic answer. If we turn the dice this way, so that 1 is facing this way, 4 will face downwards. Automatically 2 will be at the opposite face of 4. So the answer to this question is option C, which is 2 and 4 are at the opposite faces. Let's see the next question. The question says these numbers are assigned the numbering from 1 to 9, and we have to find which of these form a meaningful, word when placed in a certain manner. Let's see. Option D, which is 735241986, will form the word daughter, daughters, and that is the only meaningful word of the lot. Let's see the next question. A, P, R, X, S and Z are sitting in a row. Z and S are at the center. Here two cases will be formed. We will see this and this. Let's say Z and S and S and Z. These are the two cases. Now, what does it say? A and P are at the ends and R is sitting to the left of A. Now, something is to the left of A, but A is also at the end. So A cannot be at this end. A will be on this end. So on both the cases, A is here. Now, as per the question, A and P are at the ends. So P will be here. Now we are left with R is sitting to the left of A. R is sitting to the left of A. Who is sitting to the right of P? Only one letter left, which is X, and in both the cases, X will be sitting at the right of P. So the correct answer is option B, which is X. Okay, let's see the next question. Select the figure that will replace the question mark in the following series. All right. So again, a shape that is filled out from within here and here, which means a shape that is hollow from within or not filled in with color will be here. Now, either this or this is the correct option. Now, let's see within the squares. The series follows one simple thing, which is triangle in the middle and square and square. Let's see what will come when you rotate this way. This square, the bigger square, will be on the right side. So the correct option is option C when you rotate, and this is rotating right ways. Let's see the next question. This question says that as you move this way, you will be assigning numbers such as this to the alphabets. Now, according to this statement, let's see what the, yes, let's see what the formula will be. The formula to solve this question is value of letter is equals to 2 into its position from Z minus 1. Now, for the word truth, the value will be 13, 17, 11, 47 and 43. Okay, so the correct answer according to this is option C. Question number 12. Let's see. DZ60, GC20. All right. Its positioning in the alphabet, I am just writing down the positioning in the alphabet. This is 7 and 3, 4 and 26. Now, when you see it goes to plus 3, 20, again plus 3. What is the logic behind this? When you add these numbers and multiply it by 2, you get this number. Similarly, for this 10 into 2, when you add this, you get 20. Now let's figure out what the pattern for SG52 is. S in the 19 and 7. So you get 19 plus 3, which is 22, and VG plus 3, which is 10, and J. Now you add these, which is 32 into 2 will be 64. Let's see what the answer is. Answer is option D, which is VJ 64. Let's see the next question. Next question is the Venn diagram for mothers, teachers, and females. Now, it is not necessary for all the females to be mothers and all the teachers to be females. So, the correct answer is option B, where this is mother, where every mother is definitely a female, right? Yes. Here, every mother is a female, but there are certain teachers that are female and certain are not. So this is the correct answer. This is the correct answer to question number 13. Let's see the next question. Okay. On the basis of question 13, the Venn diagram comes out to be like this. All penguins are unicorns and no unicorn is a tiger. So according to the question, the correct answer is option C, because only conclusion 1 and 2 follow. Let's see how. Let's see conclusion 3. No unicorn is a penguin. That is obviously untrue because the answer is very clear in the Venn diagram. So option 3 or conclusion 3 doesn't really follow. The correct answer is only conclusion 1 and 2 follow. So option C. Let's move on. Here the pattern is this is a pentagon, this is a square. So 5 sides, 4 sides. This is a square, a triangle. 4 sides, 3 sides, minus 1. This is a square. This is also a quadrilateral of some sort, but a 4-sided one. So 4 side, 4 side. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously following the pattern. So option C is not really following the pattern, and the answer is option C. Let's see question number 16. We are given a series and we have to complete it. All right. So the PMO to USV, I will give you the pattern. The pattern is plus 5, plus 6, and plus 7. So let's see. After EEG, EEJ, plus 5, plus 6, and plus 7. We have 5 plus 5, which is 10, and J. We have next K, 11, and J plus 7, which is 10 plus 7 is 17, and that is Q. So the correct answer is option A, which is J, K, Q. Let's see the next question. We are following Colombo and Sri Lanka. Obviously, Colombo is the capital and Sri Lanka is the country. Similarly, Seoul and South Korea are one such country capital option. So the correct answer is option A. Next, let's see. All right, here R plus W will mean that R is the wife of W. R is the wife of W, and this implies that W is male. W into T implies W is the daughter of T. W is the daughter of T, and T is W's mother. All right. T is the wife of U. T is the wife of U. So U is W's father. And from U and V, you get U is the father of V. U is the father of V. Hence, V is child of U and T. From all of this, W and V are siblings. So the correct answer is A, where W is the sister to V. Let's see the next question. In the next question, Yashasvi has a total of rupees 25,000 with her. She buys a consignment at 20,000 and sells it online. So she has 5,000 left from 25 minus 20. She sells this 20,000 consignment, making a profit of 25%. So you add 25,000 here, 25% profit on 20,000, which adds up to 30,000. Now, after all that money that she has right now, which is rupees 30,000, she makes a profit of 20% on it, which is 30,000 plus 6,000. The answer is 36,000, which is option B. The answer is option B. All right, let's see question number 21. Okay, according to the question, let's make the equation. A grandmother was 7 times as old as her grandson 20 years ago. Now she is thrice as old as her grandson. Let's say the grandson is X, so the grandmother will be 3x. Now 20 years ago, you will take out minus 20 from both sides of the equation, which is this. Now this was also, she was also 7 times as old as her grandson. So you put 7 here, and with this, the value of x will come out to be 30. So the grandson's age is 30 and the grandmother hence will be 90. So 30 and 90, option A, are the correct answer or the correct option. Let's find the terms in the series. 130 into 2 minus 20 equals to 240. 240 into 2 minus 18 equals to 462. 462 into 2 minus 16 equals 908 into 2 minus 14 equals 1802, and 1802 into 2 minus 12 equals 3592, which is option D. This is the correct option. Let's see this question as well. According to the question, there are exactly, we will pick up from here, there are exactly 3 dancers who performed after Chitra. So let's say Chitra is here. We have exactly 3 positions here. So Chitra obviously comes out to be at number 2 because this is 3, 4 and 5. Now let's see the next statement. and there are exactly 3 dancers who performed ahead of Damini. Let's start from 1. 1, 2, 3. So Damini will be here, right here. Let's see what the other statement was. Let's go to the top, where Rubina is neither the first nor the last to perform. So Rubina is here. Now, if Priya performs after Kavya, so Priya will perform after Kavya comes automatically here at the first position. So the question is, who performs in the middle? The answer is Rubina, option D. Now let's see the next question. How many triangles are there in this figure? And the answer is option C, 13.
So the question is, many companies include an escalatory clause in their wage agreements in terms of which DA increases or decreases depending upon the movement of CPI. So what is the CPI? CPI stands for your consumer price index. Okay. So the correct answer is option number C. What is the maximum amount of fine imposed on those willfully making or causing any false entry or omission from the journal statement under the TU Act 1926? So what is the maximum amount of fine here? That is rupees 500. Answer is option D. The origin of human resource development is traced through which training program in the 18th century? This is your apprenticeship training. So where the trainees are kept under expert people, okay, for the training purposes. So answer is option A. The provident fund vested in will be administered by the central board under which section of the Provident Fund Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952, that is section 5A. So correct option is option A. Government of India introduced the participation of workers in management bill in which year? So this is a very popular bill. So this bill is your participation of workers in management bill, and this bill was introduced in the year 1990. So correct answer is option A. Okay. Next. The ideal number of subordinates that can be supervised by one executive effectively is called, that is span of control or span of supervision. Okay. So correct answer is option C. As per Payment of Wages Act 1936, the time for payment of wages should be before the end of the 7th day where the establishment employs how many workers? That is less than 1000 workers. So answer is option D. First Factory Act, everyone knows that this was enacted in the year 1881. Correct answer is option A. The theory of employment was given by J.M. Keynes. Answer is option D. Which of the following defines the term adolescent under the Factories Act 1948? So section 2B. So answer is option A. Okay. Clear? Section 2K of the Factories Act 1948 includes which definition? That is manufacturing process definition. Correct answer is option A. Which of the following provisions is mentioned under Section 9 of the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act 1946? So कौन से provision की बात हुई है Section 9 में? That is posting of standing orders. So it is basically, the section talks about displaying of standing orders in the establishment for the employees. So correct option is option D. Next, Hind Mazdoor Sabha was affiliated to International Trade Union Confederation. Answer is option D. The duties of welfare officer as per the Mines Act 1952 are mentioned under which rule? Rule number 73 of Mines Rules 1955. Answer is option C. Provisions of artificial humidification under Factories Act 1948 is mentioned under which section? That is section 15 of Factories Act 1948. Correct answer is option B. Dash technique helps employees deal with personal problems that may interfere with the attainment of organizational goals. So whenever employees face personal problems that may hinder the attainment of the organizational goals, so definitely counseling technique will work. So answer is option D. Process of identifying the facts, experimentation, and awaiting solutions for an organization's specific problem is said to be your action research. Okay, so answer is option A. In which date and year was the Indian National Trade Union Congress, that is INTUC, was formed? It was formed on May 3rd, 1947. So correct answer is option B. The term industrial relations is a dynamic socio-economic process. So the correct answer is option D, dynamic. Okay. In which of the following schedules is the list of unfair labor practices under ID Act 1947 explained? So it's schedule fifth, which includes unfair labor practices on the part of workers and trade unions, and as well as employers and their associations. Advisory committee under the Equal Remuneration Act 1976 is mentioned under which section? That is section number 6. Correct answer is option B. Desirable state of existence involving the physical, mental, and emotional well-being is a total concept. Okay. Okay. So it's a concept which we study under industrial relations and labor welfare. So here the desirable state of existence involving the physical, mental, and emotional well-being is referring to total concept. Answer is option A. Which of the following processes is said to be where an individual progresses through a series of stages, each characterized by a unique set of issues, themes, and tasks? So here the correct answer is career development. So how we are getting the hint? Here it is written an individual progresses through a series of stages. Okay. So that is referring to your career development. Who among the following propounded the bargaining theory of wages? So John Davidson is the name behind the bargaining theory of wages. So answer is option A. Which among the following processes deals with where new employees learn the important organizational values and norms, work culture, and functionality of the job? So the term associated with this kind of new learning for the employees is employee orientation. Okay. So orientation is a process where the new employees are made learn the rules, the values, norms, work culture, etc. of the job. Okay. Of the organization. The provisions of subsistence allowance under the Industrial Employment Standing Order Act 1946 is mentioned under which section? Section 10A. Okay, section 10A. Okay, the list of injuries deemed to result in permanent total disablement under Workmen's Compensation Act 1923, now named as Employees Compensation Act 1923, is mentioned under which schedule? That is Schedule 1. Okay, so answer is option A. Payment of minimum bonus as per the Payment of Bonus Act 1965 is 8.33% of the wage or salary, and the maximum percentage is 20%, which is prescribed under the Act. Okay, so minimum is 8.33%. Answer is option C. As per the Welfare chapter under the Factories Act 1948, there should be the provisions of one first aid box for every how much workers, how many workers? That is for every 150 workers. So answer is straightforward, option C. The dash plan bases wages on the completion of a job or task in some expected time period. So the correct answer is standard hour plan basis wages on the completion of the job or task in some expected time period. Okay, so the workers have to perform their task according to the standard time assigned to it, and they are rewarded according to how quickly they perform that task. Okay. The process of approval, licensing, and registering of factories under the Factories Act 1948 is mentioned under your section 6. Okay. Answer is option B. The situational theory of leadership was developed by Paul Hersey and Kenneth Blanchard. Okay. Answer is option D. Okay. So this is a quite popular theory of leadership. Dash defines a system that aligns with overall strategy, organizational and internal goals. That is high performance work system. Answer is option B. The initiating process pertaining to the registration of trade unions under the Trade Union Act of 1926 is mentioned under chapter 2 of the act. Okay, answer is option A. Provisions of safety officers under the Factories Act 1948. So what is the threshold of the workers for which the provision of safety officer is required? That is 1,000 or more. Answer is option D. Which of the following article states that the state shall make provisions for securing just and humane conditions of work for maternity relief? So many a times this question has been asked in various exams. So this is Article 42 of Constitution of India. So answer is option D. Which of the following sections under Payment of Gratuity Act specifies the provisions of compulsory insurance? Again, an important section. Section 4A talks about provision of compulsory insurance under the Act. So answer is option A. Now we have to match the following Hawthorne experiments. Popularly, they are associated with your Elton Mayo, right? So this goes with your first, and administrative management goes with your Henry Fayol. Bureaucracy is a term which is associated with your Max Weber, and social system approach Wilfredo Pareto. Okay, so accordingly, the answer is option A. The system approach of IR was developed by John T. Dunlop. Answer is option B. Which of the following provisions is mentioned under Section 14 of Payment of Bonus Act 1965? So Section 14 talks about computation of number of working days. Okay. So answer is option D. The period of work of an adult worker in a factory inclusive of an interval of rest should not spread over 10.5 hours. 10.5 hours. That is option C. Which among the following processes is said to be welcoming the new employee to the organizational policies and to their assigned job roles? That is your induction. Okay. Answer is option B, induction. Dash involves managing the various positions created by the organization. Answer is option C, staffing. The two-factor theory of motivation was given by Frederick Herzberg. Answer is option D. Industrial tribunals are mentioned in which section of the ID Act 1947? That is your section 7A. Answer is option A. In Alpha ERG theory of motivation, ERG stands for existence, relatedness, and growth. Answer is option D. Trusteeship theory of labor welfare is also called your paternalistic theory of labor welfare. Okay, so basically employers are trustees of the employees' welfare. So apart from achieving business goals, they should also after, they should also aim for providing labor welfare provisions to the employees, for the employees. Okay, answer is option A. Which of the following is not a statutory welfare provision under the Factories Act 1948? So Factories Act talks about first aid appliances, crutches and washing facilities, while it does not talk about housing. So correct answer is option B. Which of the following provisions is specified under Section 17 of the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970? That is your Section 17 is associated with your provision of restrooms. Okay, for the contract labor. So correct answer is option C. The voluntary negotiation between the employers, workers and their organizations with a view to regulate the terms and conditions of the employment. That is the term we know as collective bargaining. So answer is option A.
ओके, सो द क्वेश्चन सेज थ्योरी ऑफ मॉडर्न बिहेवियरिज्म किसने इनिशिएट करी है? तो बेसिकली इसके लिए क्रेडिट दिया जाता है बीएफ स्किनर को, इयान पावलोव को। और बीएफ स्किनर का आपने नाम सुना होगा, थ्योरी ऑफ रीइंफोर्समेंट, जिसमें अगर हम पनिशमेंट देंगे तो वो जो बिहेवियर है वो रिड्यूस होगा, रिवॉर्ड देंगे तो वो बिहेवियर इनकरेज होगा। ठीक है। Dash is a quasi-judicial process in which parties agree to submit an unresolved dispute to a neutral third party for binding settlement। तो ये सीधी सीधी किसकी डेफिनेशन है? आर्बिट्रेशन की। ठीक है, जिसमें बाइंडिंग हो जाता है, हालांकि वो कोर्ट के बाहर हो रहा है, इसीलिए उसको क्वासी जुडिशियल प्रोसेस बोल रहे हैं। ठीक है, तो डी हो गया। Which among the following defines the group of workers with similar work who meet regularly to identify, analyze and solve job related issues? तो इसका करेक्ट आंसर है क्वालिटी सर्कल। 1960s में टोयोटो मोटर कॉर्प ने जापान के अराउंड जापान में इसको शुरू किया था, इस प्रैक्टिस को। द कंटिन्यूअस सर्विस अंडर पेमेंट ऑफ ग्रेचुटी एक्ट इज मेंशन्ड अंडर कौन सा सेक्शन है? सेक्शन नंबर है सेक्शन 2A। ठीक है, जो कि 1984 के अमेंडमेंट में आया था। Which of the following functions of HRM deals with the service agreement of an employee coming to an end and the employee leaving the organization? तो बहुत ही कठिन सवाल है। Separation. B is the right answer. The second National Commission on Labor submitted its report to the Government of India. कब करी थी? 2002 में करी थी, जून में, 29 जून 2002। काफी कठिन क्वेश्चन था क्योंकि आपको एग्जैक्ट डेट याद होनी चाहिए। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है द कैश बेनिफिट पीरियड फॉर द कंट्रीब्यूशन पीरियड फॉर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 अप्रैल टू 30 सितंबर। तो कंट्रीब्यूशन पीरियड अगर यहां से शुरू हो रहा है तो हम जानते हैं इसके 3 महीने बाद जो है बेनिफिट पीरियड शुरू होता है, और 3 महीने बाद यानी 1 जनवरी से। व्हाट इज द रेट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज कंट्रीब्यूशन अंडर ईएसआईसी एक्ट? तो एम्प्लॉय कंट्रीब्यूशन का जो रेट था वो 1 जुलाई 2019 को अपडेट हुआ था, और उसके हिसाब से एम्प्लॉयर का था 3.25 ऑफ वेज, और उसका था 0.75% ऑफ वेज एम्प्लॉय का। ठीक है। द प्रोसेस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग अदर पीपल्स एक्यूरेटली इज कॉल्ड सोशल परसेप्शन। ठीक है, सोशल परसेप्शन कहते हैं इसमें, जिसमें हम इंटरप्रिटेशन जो इन्फेरेंस है पीपल की एक्यूरेटली करते हैं। द फोर्स फील्ड थ्योरी चेंज वाज डेवलप्ड बाय, द फोर्स फील्ड थ्योरी सबको पता है कर्ट ल्यूइन ने जो है डेवलप करी थी, जिसमें पहले अनफ्रीजिंग होती है, फिर ट्रांजिशन होता है, एंड देन रीइंफोर्समेंट होता है, यानी और रीफ्रीजिंग होती है। The authentication of orders, decision and other under the ESIC Act 2000 ESI Act 1948 is signed by DG। ठीक है, डायरेक्टर जनरल से साइन होती है, और आई थिंक सेक्शन 7 जो है वो इसकी बात करता है, ऑथेंटिकेशन सिग्नेचर डीजी देते हैं। इन विच ईयर वाज द आईडी एक्ट इनेक्टेड? ये सवाल तो मुझे लगता है सभी लोगों का गलत हो गया हो, क्योंकि किसी को पता ही नहीं होगा। करेक्ट आंसर है 1947। ठीक है, हलवा सवाल है। Which among the following test is used to evaluate candidate as they participate in a series of situations that resemble what they might be called a handle on the job? तो ये क्या है? Option C is the correct answer, which is assessment center test। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं, ये क्या कहता है? Which among the following are said to be the plans that develop the required method for handling future activities? तो ये एक्चुअली बात कर रहा है कि हमें फ्यूचर एक्टिविटीज को हैंडल करने के लिए प्लान डेवलप करना है। तो वो क्या होता है? वो प्रोसीजर्स होते हैं, जैसे ग्रीवांस प्रोसीजर है, हमें ग्रीवांस को हैंडल करने के लिए फ्यूचर में क्या करना है, तो वो ग्रीवांस, सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा। Which among the following is the commodity or an input demanded to be used as an input in the future production of good? तो ये क्या है? ये है आपकी derived demand। ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर। A dash union is built around a certain specialized skill। तो ये क्या है? एक तरीके से क्राफ्ट यूनियन की डेफिनेशन है, तो बी इज द राइट आंसर। How many members have to be signed the notice of a dissolution of a union under Trade Unions Act 1926? तो इसका करेक्ट आंसर है आपका 7 members plus 1 secretary, section 27 of the act। Which of the following provision is mentioned under section 12A of Payment of Wages Act 1936? तो ये है आपका रिकवरी ऑफ लोन से रिलेटेड जो डिडक्शंस है, तो बी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। 1964 में ये अमेंडमेंट ऐड हुआ था। In relation to an employees in any scheduled employment, the minimum wages have been fixed on the basis of, किसके बेसिस पे होते हैं? कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग अलाउंस नाम है इसका, विच इज ऑप्शन डी, कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग इंडेक्स नंबर। डी इज द राइट आंसर। Which among the following stands for NTUI? तो नेशनल न्यू ट्रेड यूनियन इनिशिएटिव, जो कि 2001 में बनी थी, यही इसका करेक्ट आंसर है। Which among the following defines the overall satisfaction profile and feeling of the well-being that an employee holds in the organization? तो fatigue, motivation और employee autonomy नहीं है, करेक्ट आंसर है इसका एम्प्लॉय मोराल। The method of calculating wages under workman compensation act is mentioned under section 5. Which among the following is the concern with the designing and shaping of a job to fit the physical abilities and characteristic of the employees? तो इसको क्या कहते हैं? एर्गोनॉमिक्स की डेफिनेशन है कि भाई एम्प्लॉय की जो फिजिकल एबिलिटीज हैं या फिर फिजिकल जो पोस्चर्स है उसको लेके आप उसका वर्क स्पेस जो है डिजाइन करो. Which of the following is are the supporting benefits and services that the employee receive in addition to the wages? इनको fringe benefits कहते हैं. कई कई लोगों को कार मिल जाती है, कई लोगों को हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस मिल जाता है एंड सो ऑन. Which of the following stresses on a minimum standard of welfare which is necessary for laborers? तो ये पुलिसिंग थ्योरी की बात करता है कि मैन इज अ सेल्फिश एंड वो एम्प्लॉयर जो है वो खुद से सर्विसेज नहीं देगा, इसलिए मिनिमम स्टैंडर्ड जो है मेंटेन होने चाहिए. तो डी इज द राइट आंसर. The availability of accurate statistical information on wages for time action is called wage survey. Which of the following is the permanent closing down of a place of employees or part thereof? Correct answer है option D, closer. Which of these following techniques are not relevant to controlling function? तो क्या है? डेल्फी टेक्निक कंट्रोलिंग फंक्शन से रिलेटेड नहीं है. ये डिसीजन मेकिंग की प्रोसेस होती है जहाँ पे एक्सपर्ट्स को हम बार बार सवाल देते हैं और उनके जो जवाब है वो रिफाइंड होते चले जाते हैं. The provision of licensing of contractors under this act is mentioned under कौन से चैप्टर में mentioned है? This is mentioned under chapter 4. तो C is the right answer. The new learning and performance wheel was developed by, तो ये किसने डेवलप किया था? This has been developed by the Paul Bernal. ये HRD स्ट्रेटेजीज की बात करता है और कहता है कि HRD स्ट्रेटेजीज के कोर में ही होना चाहिए कि इसको बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजीज के अलाइन कर दो. ठीक है. Which of the following section consists of the duties of the occupier of the Factories Act 1948? तो इसका करेक्ट आंसर है सेक्शन 7A. D is the right answer. Which among the following is not a barrier to the delegation of authority? तो fear of power जो lack of confidence और avoidance of ये तीनों barrier हैं, पर satisfaction of subordinates barrier नहीं है. D is the right answer. The error of performance appraisal where the evaluators focus on employee recent behavior in the appraisal process is said to be recency error. The function which bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go is planning. The wage equal to that received by the worker performing work of equal scale difficulties or unprecedented is called fair wage. हालांकि fair wage की definition Committee on Fair Wages 1948 में जो दी थी वो इससे अलग थी. An interview in which an applicant is asked about what he or she actually did in a given situation is known as. तो ये क्या है? Behavioral descriptive interview, जहाँ पे past behavior के action से decide होता है कि future में कैसा behave करेगा कोई भी employee. The concept of elasticity of supply is formulated as. C is the correct answer. यानी कि प्राइस चेंज इन प्राइस के साथ से जो सप्लाई की जो क्वांटिटी है वो कैसे बदल जाएगी. स्टैंडिंग लेबर कमेटी इज अ ट्राइपार्टाइट बॉडी जिसमें गवर्नमेंट के भी मेंबर्स हैं, एम्प्लॉयर के भी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं और एम्प्लॉय के भी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं. द प्रोविजंस ऑफ वर्क कमेटी अंडर आईडी एक्ट मेंशन्ड अंडर सेक्शन 3 में. सी इज द राइट आंसर. एन इनफॉर्मल ग्रुप इज आल्सो नोन एज क्लिक. बी इज द राइट आंसर. In which year did the first NCL submitted its report? 1969 में अगस्त में ये रिपोर्ट सबमिट हुई थी. The goods which are needed to produce consumer goods or other goods are called producer goods. Machine, tools वगैरह. Which among the following defines the process of measuring the relative worth of a job? सीधे job evaluation की ये definition है जिसमें different jobs की पहले तो value assess करी जाएगी, उसके बाद pay grade के according उनको rate किया जाएगा. Which of the following rules states that extra wage for overtime under the Payment of Wages Act? ये गलत लिखा हुआ है. ये एक्चुअली मिनिमम वेजेस के सेंट्रल रूल्स है 1952 के और 1950 के और उसके हिसाब से रूल नंबर 25 है. According to the act, the rate of subsistence allowance for the first 90 days is कितना है? 50%. उसके बाद कितना हो जाता है? 75%. Which of the following techniques in which where a group attempt to find a solution for a specific problem by amassing all the items spontaneously contributed by its member? Brainstorming. D is the right answer. For how many employees must the provision of an employee's room to be provided in the factories act? More than 500 जब होगा तब. Section 45, first aid appliances. How many extra leaves are provided to a woman employee in case of illness due to pregnancy, delivery and other reasons for the maternity benefit? Right? कितना है भाई? ये है तुम्हारा 1 month. कौन सा सेक्शन है ये? सेक्शन 10. Which among these is not a principal barrier proposed by मैकफार्लैंड? तो मैकफार्लैंड ने कम्युनिकेशन के बैरियर्स दिए थे जिसमें पर्सनल, फिजिकल, सिमेंटिक और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बैरियर्स थे. उसमें साउंड ऑब्जेक्टिव्स नहीं था. बाकी सब रिलेटेबल है, इसलिए बी इज द राइट आंसर। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर कैटेगरी ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा म्यूरल एक्टिविटीज? तो इंट्रा म्यूरल एक्टिविटीज कौन है? विद इन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो इश्यूज है। एक्स्ट्रा म्यूरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बाहर जो इश्यूज है। तो ये विद इन है, ये विद इन है, ये विद इन है, ये विद इन नहीं है, ये, इसलिए हमारा यही सही आंसर हो जाएगा। ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर। सो इसी के साथ सारे सवाल हमने डिस्कस कर लिए हैं। अगर किसी भी सवाल में आपको लगता है कुछ डिस्कस करना है, आप उसको कमेंट में डाल सकते हैं। बाकी अपनी तैयारी को मिशन मोड में करने के लिए, बेस्ट तरीके से करने के लिए, एनरोल विद ह्यूमन पेरिटस।